All right, seventh graders, it is finally time to put down our algorithms that we've been developing. I love the way that I saw so many of you struggle through this work trying to figure out what is the rule? How do we know what the sum will be when we are adding together positive and negative numbers? Now, hold up. If you did not do that work, if you did not spend time struggling, do not watch this video. Go click away. I need you to spend time actually trying to learn this and struggling on your own. We've watched videos about how important it is to make mistakes and how our brains literally grow and change when you try something new and difficult and unfamiliar. So go away, come back later after you actually spend some time thinking about these algorithms. But I do want to review what we talked about in class and what hopefully you figured out during your independent struggle time. Right here are all of the answers. The sums to all those number sentences, we checked those by using a chip model and number line. So make sure that you have the same sums as I do. We also explored what is unique about these equations that I put in group 1 versus what's unique about the equations that I put in group 2. We said group 1, we are always adding the same sign, meaning positive, positive, negative, negative, positive, positive, negative, negative, the same sign. Group 2, though, is when we're adding together numbers with different signs, meaning negative plus positive, positive plus negative, positive plus negative, negative plus positive. This is really important to distinguish between group 1 and group 2 because there's actually different algorithms. We have to follow different steps if we're solving something that belongs in group 1, or we have to follow completely different steps if we're solving something that belongs in group 2. In class, I gave you these sentence stems as we're trying to figure out our algorithms. Let's begin with group 1. And we said, well, when we're adding numbers with the same sign, all right, what do? Let's take a look. Positive 2 plus positive 8. 2 and 8 makes 10. Easy. Okay. How about negative 2 plus negative 8? That makes negative 10. I'm noticing I know that 2 and 8 makes 10, meaning ignore the negative symbol and the absolute value, meaning how far away they are from 0, just 2 and 8 makes 10. And then since it's both negative, I'm going to keep the negative symbol, and it's negative 10. Does it hold true down here? 8 and 12 makes 20. Yeah, okay. Negative 8 plus negative 12. The absolute value, 8 and 12, combine those. 8 and 12 makes 20. They're both negative, so it's negative 20. Let's write that down. We're saying when adding numbers with the same sign, meaning both positive, both negative, combine the absolute value and keep the sign. How about group 2? Group 2 is different, we said. Okay? We've got negative 2 plus positive 8. Well, I know if I were combining those values, 2 and 8 makes 10. So how does 2 and 8 give me 6? Well, I know 8 minus 2 equals 6. So it seems like what I'm doing here is I'm finding the difference between the absolute value, meaning 8 minus 2 gives me 6. Okay, but now how do I know if that sum is going to be positive or negative 6? Well, I know it's positive 6, and I also notice that the number with the bigger absolute value, meaning 8 is bigger than 2, that is positive, and my sum is positive. I wonder if that's a pattern. Okay, well, first I'm going to find the difference. Okay, positive 2 plus negative 8. The difference between 8 and 2 is 6. This time, my bigger absolute value, 8, is negative, and my sum is negative. So it seems like this might be the algorithm. If you're adding numbers with different signs, you're going to find the difference between the absolute value, meaning subtract them, and then keep the sign of the number with the bigger absolute value. Does it work down here? Well, the difference between 12 and 8 is 4. Which number is bigger, 12 or 8? 12 is bigger. It's negative 12, so it's negative 4. Let's write that down. When you're adding numbers with different signs, find the difference and keep the sign of the number with the greater absolute value. You are going to have to know how to use these algorithms so that we can always check our work. So what if I gave you the number sentence negative 6 plus negative 8? I know that belongs in group 1, same signs, negative and negative. So I'm going to combine 6 and 8 is 14. They're both negative, so it's negative 14. How about negative 4 plus positive 5? That belongs in group 2 because they're different. So I'm going to find the difference. 5 minus 4 is 1. Which one's bigger? Positive 5, so it's positive 1.